There are qualities in a person that are irresistible not because they glitter, but because they are forged in the furnace of discipline, control, and inner fortitude. These traits are not fleeting charms, but timeless qualities that anchor us in the chaos of life. They are not born from vanity or external validation, but from a deeper wellspring of self-mastery and strength. In the quiet strength of these traits lies a power that no one man or woman can easily resist. In the pursuit of these qualities, we are not merely seeking to attract others. We are pursuing a deeper mastery over ourselves. We are walking a path toward becoming unshakable, toward overcoming destructive emotions that erode our peace and weaken our resolve. If you found these Stoic principles compelling and you're ready to take your growth to the next level, hit that like button and share this video with someone who could benefit from this timeless wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the tools and strategies that will help you live a stronger, more resilient life. Question for you: which of these Stoic traits do you find most powerful, and how do you plan to apply it in your life? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Certainly, let's expand on composure in chaos and mastery of emotion, diving deeper into how these qualities are foundational for a true believer of Stoicism. Composure in chaos. Composure is not merely the ability to stay calm in difficult situations. It is a deep internal state of being that reflects the mastery of one's mind and emotions. In chaos, when the world around us is collapsing or spiraling into confusion, the Stoic remains grounded, rooted in the understanding that they control their own mind and responses, not the external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's great philosophers, reminds us you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This simple but profound truth forms the backbone of Stoic composure. It means recognizing that no matter how chaotic the external world becomes, whether it's in personal relationships, work, or even societal unrest, what we have control over is our internal state. To remain composed in chaos is to signal strength to others, a strength that is not easily moved or shaken by external forces. It's the quiet confidence of someone who does not react impulsively but instead responds thoughtfully. This ability to remain calm is incredibly magnetic, especially in a world where so many are driven by panic, fear, and reactionary emotions. When others see this composure, they are drawn to it because it represents something they lack: stability. Composure tells the world that you are not a slave to circumstances. In chaos, most people are looking for someone who can offer clarity, and the Stoic offers that clarity through their steady presence. This makes the composed individual not only attractive but indispensable in times of crisis. Mastery of emotion. Mastery of emotion is perhaps one of the most defining traits of a Stoic. To master one's emotions does not mean to suppress them or pretend they don't exist. Instead, it is the ability to feel deeply without being controlled or consumed by those feelings. The Stoic is keenly aware of their emotions but chooses not to let them dictate their actions. Epictetus, another leading Stoic philosopher, tells us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Emotions, anger, fear, sadness, envy are powerful forces. If left unchecked, they can dominate our thoughts, decisions, and ultimately our lives. The Stoic, however, views emotions as natural, but not as guiding principles for action. Rather than react in anger when provoked or fall into despair when faced with loss, the Stoic steps back and reflects. Mastery of emotion is not about numbing oneself to pain or pretending not to feel. It is about understanding the root of our emotions and asking, "Is this worth my peace of mind?" The Stoic does not deny the existence of emotions, but seeks to tame them through reason. Seneca writes, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." This teaches us that many of our emotional responses are magnified by our own minds, not by the actual circumstances. Women, and indeed people in general, are drawn to those who exhibit emotional mastery because it signals inner strength. When they see someone who does not crumble under pressure or lash out when provoked, they recognize the depth of character in that person. This kind of self-control is rare and deeply attractive because it represents a level of personal power that cannot easily be shaken by life's difficulties. To master your emotions is to show that you are not ruled by fleeting impulses, but by a deeper, unshakable understanding of what truly matters. It also fosters trust when others know that you are not prone to wild emotional swings. They feel safe and secure in your presence. The deeper connection between the two. Composure in chaos and mastery of emotion are intimately linked. To remain composed in the midst of turmoil requires a firm grip on one's emotions. Chaos often triggers fear, anger, or anxiety, and without mastery of these emotions, composure is impossible. Conversely, it is in moments of chaos that emotional mastery is most tested and displayed. Together, these traits reflect a profound inner strength, a strength that is not easily visible, but felt by those who come into contact with it. It is a strength that stands in stark contrast to the frantic energy of those who have not yet found control over their minds. This inner fortitude, born of Stoicism, is what makes these traits irresistible. They represent a mastery not of the external world, but of the self, and in that mastery lies true freedom. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength. Certainly. Let's explore purposeful silence and unshakable integrity in greater depth, showing how these traits are key to the Stoic way of living and why they are profoundly attractive. 3. Purposeful silence. Silence is often misunderstood. Some view it as weakness, as if words and noise are necessary to assert power or intelligence. However, a Stoic understands the immense strength in choosing when to speak and when to remain silent. This is not the silence of submission or apathy, but a purposeful silence, one guided by wisdom and discernment. Seneca, the Roman Stoic, once wrote, "It is a great thing to know the season for speech, and the season for silence." Purposeful silence is about recognizing that not every moment demands a response, and not every situation benefits from more noise. In a world driven by constant chatter, whether in conversation or online, choosing silence becomes an act of strength, not passivity. It demonstrates control, patience, and deep self-awareness. When we speak less and observe more, we gain clarity. We listen not only to others but to ourselves, understanding the motivations and emotions that stir within us. This silence allows us to act from a place of thoughtfulness rather than impulse, from wisdom rather than emotional reaction. By speaking only when our words are necessary, we ensure that when we do speak, our words carry weight. They become meaningful, impactful, and respected. This purposeful silence is irresistibly magnetic. When someone chooses their words carefully and is not quick to fill the void with unnecessary chatter, others perceive a certain mystery and depth. People are drawn to those who do not feel the need to constantly prove themselves through words, but instead convey their confidence through quiet strength. In silence, there is a power that commands attention, for it signals that we are not rattled by the need for validation or recognition. Purposeful silence also creates space for listening, a rare quality in a world filled with voices competing for attention. When we listen deeply and attentively, we build stronger, more meaningful connections with others. It shows respect and empathy, qualities that women and indeed anyone cannot easily resist. 4. Unshakable integrity. Integrity is perhaps one of the most enduring and timeless qualities a person can possess. It is the backbone of a Stoic's life, the foundation upon which all other virtues are built. Unshakable integrity means living a life in which our actions are aligned with our values and principles, regardless of external pressures, temptations, or consequences. In the Stoic tradition, integrity is not just about honesty, it is about consistency and virtue. It is about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, and especially when it is difficult. Musonius Rufus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "We are not born for ourselves alone. but for the sake of our fellow humans. Living with integrity means we act not out of self-interest, but from a place of moral responsibility, guided by the virtues of justice, courage, wisdom, and self-discipline. And the world often tries to sway us from our principles. It tempts us with shortcuts, with the allure of personal gain at the cost of our moral compass. But a person with unshakable integrity does not bend to these pressures. They stand firm, knowing that true strength comes not from what is easy, but from what is right. This steadfastness in the face of temptation is immensely attractive. When others witness someone who refuses to compromise their principles for convenience, they see a strength that is rare in today's world. It is a strength that women and people in general cannot easily resist because it represents security, dependability, and trustworthiness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." These simple words carry profound meaning. They remind us that our integrity is tied to both our actions and our words. To live with integrity means that there is no separation between what we say and what we do. Our words are not empty promises, and our actions are not swayed by the opinions of others. This alignment of thought, word, and action is a hallmark of true character. Integrity also builds trust. When others know that we are guided by an unwavering moral compass, they trust us more deeply. Women are drawn to this quality because it signals that we are not only reliable but also capable of standing up for what is right, even when it's difficult or unpopular. It signals a person who can be counted on in times of difficulty, someone who will not falter when faced with hard decisions. Absolutely. Let's delve deeper into resilience in adversity and modesty and humility, explaining their profound connection to Stoicism and why these traits captivate others. 5. Resilience in adversity. Resilience, in the Stoic sense, is more than just the ability to withstand challenges. It is about thriving in the face of adversity, using obstacles as opportunities for growth. The Stoic does not simply endure hardships, they embrace them as part of life's natural course, understanding that adversity is the crucible through which true strength is forged. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. Adversity is inevitable. Whether it's a personal loss, professional failure, or unforeseen challenge, life will test us. But to the Stoic, adversity is not something to be feared or avoided. It is something to be accepted, even welcomed. This attitude stems from the Stoic belief that we do not control external events, only our reactions to them. Resilience in adversity, then, is the ability to stand firm when the winds of life are howling around us. The Stoic knows that suffering and hardship are part of the human experience. Instead of lamenting the difficulties, they use them as opportunities to practice their virtues: courage, patience, and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote captures the essence of Stoic resilience. Every obstacle is a path to growth. This kind of resilience is deeply attractive. When others see someone who remains composed and unbroken in the face of difficulty, they are drawn to that person's strength. It is a strength that radiates quiet confidence, a confidence not born from arrogance, but from a deep understanding that adversity is part of life, and how we respond to it defines us. Women, and indeed everyone, are naturally drawn to those who can weather life's storms without crumbling. Resilience signals that a person can be trusted in both good times and bad. It shows that they are not easily defeated, that they possess a kind of inner toughness that makes them reliable and admirable. Resilience in adversity is also inspiring. When we see someone rise from a difficult situation, it reminds us of our own potential for growth. It stirs a desire to cultivate that same strength, to face our own challenges with greater courage. And in that admiration lies a powerful attraction. 6. Modesty and humility. Modesty and humility are cornerstones of Stoic philosophy. For the Stoic, these traits are not about diminishing oneself or downplaying one's achievements, but about understanding one's place in the grand scheme of things. It is the recognition that no matter how successful or powerful we become, we are still just one part of a vast and interconnected world. Seneca wrote, "A good character is the only guarantee of everlasting, carefree happiness. This is the essence of Stoic humility. It is the understanding that our worth is not measured by external successes, money, status, recognition, but by our inner character." A Stoic is not concerned with appearing great in the eyes of others, but with being great in their own conduct, actions, and thoughts. Modesty does not mean shying away from success or achievement, rather, it means not letting those achievements define you. The Stoic knows that fortune is fickle, and what is given today can be taken tomorrow. This understanding keeps them grounded, focused on maintaining their virtue and character rather than chasing accolades. It is this grounded nature that is irresistibly attractive. People are drawn to those who are secure enough in themselves that they do not need to boast or seek validation from others. Humility, on the other hand, is the recognition of our own limitations. It is understanding that we do not know everything and that we can always learn from others. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." True humility is about being open to growth and self-improvement, knowing that no matter how wise or accomplished we become, there is always more to learn. Women are naturally attracted to modesty and humility because these traits signal emotional intelligence and maturity. A person who is humble does not feel the need to dominate conversations or constantly showcase their successes. Instead, they listen, they observe, and they show respect for others. This humility is deeply attractive because it reflects a deep inner confidence, one that does not need to be constantly affirmed by external praise. Moreover, humility creates a space for deeper, more authentic connections. A person who is modest and humble is approachable, and others feel comfortable around them. They are not perceived as arrogant or self-absorbed, but as someone who values others and recognizes the importance of mutual respect. This ability to connect deeply with others, without the barriers of ego, is what makes modesty and humility so compelling. Let's expand on steadfast commitment to growth, emotional resilience, and compassionate strength in the context of Stoicism, and explain why these traits are irresistibly attractive, particularly through the lens of Stoic philosophy. 7. Steadfast commitment to growth. A true Stoic lives in constant pursuit of personal growth and improvement, not out of ambition for external recognition, but from a deep internal desire to become the best version of oneself. This trait, a steadfast commitment to growth, is rooted in the Stoic understanding that virtue is the only true good. For the Stoic, life is a continuous process of refinement, one in which self-examination, learning, and adaptation are constant companions. The philosopher Seneca wrote, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This idea is central to Stoicism. No matter our age or circumstance, we always have the opportunity and the obligation to grow. The Stoic does not rest on their laurels or cling to past accomplishments. They see each day as a new chance to improve, to learn something new, and to correct their mistakes. This relentless commitment to growth is incredibly attractive because it signals a dynamic, evolving individual, someone who is never stagnant but always moving forward. In relationships, it indicates a person who will continually strive to be better, not just for themselves but for those they care about. A Stoic who is committed to growth doesn't fall into complacency. They are open to change, to feedback, and to the hard work that personal development requires. For women, this quality is captivating because it reflects emotional maturity and a deep sense of purpose. Someone committed to growth demonstrates resilience, adaptability, and a refusal to be content with mediocrity. This quality makes them both reliable and inspiring, creating a deep sense of admiration. Stoic commitment to growth is not about chasing perfection, it's about the journey of becoming more virtuous, more self-aware, and more capable of dealing with life's challenges. It's a humble yet powerful pursuit, one that brings with it a deep sense of purpose and direction. 8. Emotional resilience. In Stoicism, emotional resilience is the ability to maintain control over one's emotions, especially in the face of difficulties. However, this does not mean suppressing emotions but rather mastering them. The Stoic understands that emotions are natural, but it is our reaction to those emotions that determines whether we remain in control or are controlled by them. Epictetus teaches, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This encapsulates the core of Stoic emotional resilience. Life will bring pain, anger, fear, and disappointment, but the Stoic does not allow these emotions to dictate their behavior. Instead, they recognize these emotions, understand them, and then respond in a measured, thoughtful way. Emotional resilience is about finding calm in the storm, maintaining composure when the world around you is falling apart. This kind of emotional control is rare and deeply attractive. Women, like all people, are drawn to those who can maintain calmness and clarity in chaotic or stressful situations. It demonstrates a level of maturity and reliability that makes others feel safe and secure. Emotional resilience also signals strength, not just physical or mental strength, but strength of character. It shows that this person is not easily swayed by circumstances or emotional turbulence. They remain steady, rational, and in control. In relationships, emotional resilience fosters stability. The Stoic does not overreact to minor frustrations or give in to fits of rage or despair. Instead, they approach challenges with patience and understanding, which in turn creates a sense of trust and peace within the relationship. Moreover, emotional resilience inspires those around us. When others see that we can face hardship without losing our sense of self, they are encouraged to develop the same inner strength. This inspires respect and admiration, making emotional resilience a trait that deeply resonates with those around us. 9. Compassionate strength. Stoicism is often misunderstood as a cold or detached philosophy, but this could not be further from the truth. True Stoic strength is not only about personal endurance or overcoming adversity, it is also deeply compassionate. The Stoic recognizes that we are all part of the human community, bound by shared experiences and struggles. Compassionate strength means having the fortitude to support others, even while enduring your own difficulties, and doing so without expecting anything in return. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize?" This quote captures the essence of Stoic compassion before passing judgment. The Stoic seeks to understand and empathize with others, recognizing their own imperfections in the process. This compassion stems from the Stoic belief in the interconnectedness of all people. We are all struggling, in one way or another, and the Stoic strength lies not just in overcoming their own challenges, but in helping others do the same. Compassionate strength is irresistible because it balances toughness with kindness. It shows that a person can be strong without being harsh and assertive without being overbearing. This strength is rooted in empathy, understanding, and a desire to contribute to the well-being of others. Compassionate strength is not about dominance or control. It is about using one's inner resources to uplift those around them, especially during times of need. In relationships, this trait is magnetic because it reflects emotional intelligence and a deep capacity for love and care. It signals that this person is not only self-sufficient but also deeply considerate of the feelings and struggles of others. Compassionate strength reassures others that they are supported and valued, not judged or dismissed. Women, and people in general, are drawn to those who possess the ability to be both strong and compassionate. This balance creates a powerful dynamic where strength does not come at the expense of kindness. In fact, true Stoic strength is amplified by its compassion, making it a truly admirable and desirable trait. The connection between these three traits: steadfast commitment to growth, emotional resilience, and compassionate strength are interwoven qualities that define a true Stoic. Together, they form a powerful foundation of character that is both attractive and inspiring. The Stoics' commitment to growth means they are constantly evolving, always seeking to improve, not just for their own benefit, but to better serve others. Emotional resilience ensures that they remain calm and grounded, even in the most difficult circumstances, offering stability and security to those around them. Compassionate strength ties these traits together by showing that true power lies not in domination, but in empathy and understanding. When these three traits are embodied, they create a person who is not only strong and reliable, but also deeply human, someone who is connected to others through shared experiences, and who uses their strength to lift others up rather than push them down. This combination of traits is irresistible because it represents the ideal balance between personal fortitude and genuine care for others. These are the virtues of a Stoic, virtues that transcend superficial attraction and resonate deeply with others. Women, and people in general, are drawn to this combination of growth, resilience, and compassion because it signals a person of substance, someone who can not only endure life's challenges but also inspire others to rise above them. In each of these traits, we find echoes of the Stoic path: the quiet, unwavering strength that comes from self-mastery, the discipline to rise above fleeting emotions, and the wisdom to live with purpose and integrity. These traits are not merely attractive to others, they are the foundation of a life well lived. We, as seekers of wisdom and self-control, understand that the journey is never truly over, but each step toward mastery over ourselves brings us closer to the kind of inner strength that not only attracts others but transforms us into the best version of ourselves. The irresistible power we seek lies not in chasing external validation, but in conquering the internal chaos that often rules our lives. Through Stoicism, we rise above it. In the end, it is not about being irresistible to others. It is about becoming unshakable within ourselves. Thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. Your time and attention mean a lot, and I hope the wisdom shared here helps you on your journey toward greater self-mastery and resilience. Stay strong, stay focused, and remember your growth starts with you. See you in the next video.